Can you fix my car? No. Hello everyone, my name is Mimi Isabella and today I have with me
Ebony
and
Minnow.
The three of us as a collective are engineers, and today we have a jar of questions, but they're all related to engineering and we're all very excited to answer. Question 1. Are you a genius?
No.
Absolutely not.
I wish.
I think that's the thing with engineering as well. People think that you have to be insanely clever. And when I say to people, no, I failed my A-levels, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah.
I mentor a friend that's got a degree in criminology, and I'm teaching him how to do web development. And like, he's picked it up so quick, and before when he'd see me doing stuff, he'd be like, oh, you're so smart, like, how do you do it? Seeing maths, seeing programming, seeing all this, it looks scary, but when you actually like break it down and take time and learn it, you're like, oh, it's easier than what I thought.
Are you broke?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing well. I'm able to save a certain amount a month.
Yeah, you're not broke. I feel like for me, so I work at startups, I am very like underpaid, like ridiculously underpaid. The more experience, it jumps up.
No,
definitely.
It's one of the most in demand in the UK, isn't it?
And it always will be.
And it always will be.
It's constant. It isn't going to be a day where they're like, right, we're not using technology anymore. So like, you're always going to need it.
You're not really broke because all those experiences and all those skills that you've developed, people can take away materialistic things.
Yeah.
They can't take what's in your head. That's one thing I've been taught.
And
That's what my
ask
dad
for
said.
pay rises.
That's
My
exactly.
mum said the same.
Oh no, what is it?
Can you fix my car? No.
No.
I'll tell you a funny story actually. My mum, the car broke down, and when I was at university, and I was like, hey mum, you need to get the car fixed. She was like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. So I came back home, the car was still broken. And I was like, mum, why don't you get the car fixed? She said, oh no, I told one of the neighbours that my daughter's an engineer and she'll fix the car. And I was like, wrong one.
If we had a go with a bit of YouTube and a bit of car manuals,
I think we could make a good
I think we
crack at it.
could. Yeah.
Engineering degree, death by study or inspired choice?
When you're at uni, you live with your housemates. And then when you hear about their degree and they're doing something completely unrelated and how much time that they have, and you're like, oh, I'm at uni from 9 to 5. And you're studying, depending if it's whether you're during your lectures or after, it's something that inspires you to kind of keep going. And for me, it was always the bigger picture and outside of uni and how much I can contribute to the world.
People see sort of like medicine's very straightforward, that you can save lives, but they don't know with engineering, instead of like tens of lives, you save like millions and thousands of lives.
Well, I'm doing a master's now, so I enjoy it. So.
Do you stand out as a black or brown person in engineering?
Yes.
As soon as I walk into the room, I'm black. So I'm just going to be who I am now. And I feel like people have started to appreciate that more, that I'm not trying to be somebody else. I'm just being me, and there's nothing that you can do about that.
So when people look at me, it's always automatic assumption that I'm like silver spoon fed, and like I'm brown and I'm made of money. And that is definitely not the case. I grew up on the estate, and it has its advantages where you can inspire others who probably don't see people like us up there. But yeah, sometimes it is a drawback in itself because you get reduced to those labels.
I went to a school where we had a police officer that was a member of staff. I thought every school had that because like it would just come in like literally in police uniform. His job was to go to our school every single day and be part of the staff. I think coming from a background like that where I'm very working class, I have the skin colour I have, and even in my personality I'm not a typical engineer. Like I care more about like fashion and my hair and my makeup. So like there's so many things that put me outside even in my working environment that if it was more diverse, I just prefer that so much more. Yeah, I'd rather be a role model because of what I do rather than because of how I'm different.
But that's what I love about engineering, because a lot of people are very multifaceted. So like for me, I love to travel, I love rap music, like there's so many layers to me. Like engineering is almost something I just do on the side. It's just nice to show people that you can do it, you can. It's difficult, it's a long road, but it's something that is possible for everybody. You can be an engineer, but you can also be whoever you want to be, and it's great. Any moment when you thought you're better off working at McDonald's? I've actually worked at McDonald's before. It's only when it's a really, really, really bad day and I'm kind of like, I am so stressed, my work is up to here and my level of knowledge to do that work is down here. So yeah, and I'm like, damn, if I was in McDonald's, all I've got to do is flip a couple of burgers, serve a couple of fries, you want fries with that? And it's not a thought that's at the top of my head every day.
It's a struggle, but when you get that breakthrough, oh, that's so sweet.
With a startup, there's the pressure of, that it's costing the company money. I've had boards come back and I've made mistakes or something's exploded. You know what? I could just work in McDonald's. I could just do this. I could just
get a rich husband.
Relax, like literally. And I'm like, I don't need this stress. And then, but then you fix it. You have your breakdown over your lunch break. You fix it. And you're like, I love it. I love doing this. And you're like, this is fabulous.
Yeah. You won't make that mistake again.
No. I want that.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Any pinch yourself, is this really happening to me moments?
My pinch me moment was when I was recently awarded by the Institution of Civil Engineers, actually. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, it was meant to be like a massive like an event, but it was by webinar. So I kind of sat there and I thought, there's really nothing special about me. I'm not going to win this. So when they said Mimi, I was like, wait, what? I remember I was shaking after. I was like, oh my God, I just won. And I ran downstairs mid-meeting. Mum, I won. And then she was like, what? Won what? And I was like, yeah. But even when I'm feeling down or I feel a bit of imposter syndrome, I'm kind of like, okay, but you've been recognised for this. So pick yourself up and keep going. So, yeah.
I did a panel talk. At the end, there was a competition for young girls to speak about who inspired them. And there were girls talking about me and my story. I can't believe they actually find what I do inspiring, because for me to have a degree and move to London and have a good job, it's just I kind of just live life on a whim. So for someone else to be like, Ebony's inspired me for doing this, this and this, I'm like, ooh, go Ebony, that was you.
I got really ill in my final year of my university. It got really, really bad. I had to defer 2 of my exams. Graduation was not going to happen, apparently. I got a call a month later, just before results coming out, and they're like, you've graduated. I was like, but I haven't done those 2 exams. And then they were like, oh, you've already got a first class, and you've also won this award for the best dissertation, and you've got some money. And I was like, what?
I would have heard the money and been like, well.
I was so shocked.
Do blokes make better engineers?
No. I feel like with men, they're very good at
pretending.
Yeah. So a lot of them, they'll sit a certain way, they'll wear their suit, and then they'll puff up their chest, and then they'll really speak it. And I'm kind of sitting there like, you've just said nothing.
Yeah.
You've literally just said nothing.
There's less margin for error as a female, so then you end up being better because you're not making them mistakes, because you can't. You can't really make the mistakes, so you've got to be a perfectionist. So that is what kind of tips you over the edge and makes you a bit better.
They make statements and they go for it. It's like women, we've always had to fight for rights, fight for voting, fight for everything that we have. So we know the value of it more.
What's your top tip for a young person thinking about a career in engineering?
Literally just live your best life. I think the more you enjoy it, the better you do. I think if you worry about trying to chase grades, you'll stress yourself out so much. So just literally just enjoy whatever you're doing. Some things you like, some things you don't like, and just take it easy.
Have faith in yourself and just be resilient.
If you find something interesting, it could be anything, there's an engineering for it. So really, really be open in your options. And that's my biggest advice, be really, really open. When we were 8 years old, we probably weren't thinking of any of this. And now look at where we all are today. So you're definitely right, resilience and just having some faith.